Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for February 26, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Can you believe what you see? Or is it truly a distraction? Now, just for instance, let's just say that everything is a constructed holographic frequency, even your body. But you aren't aware of that. Now, the real, the supreme reality that we are, we look at our God within the body, which is a constant, which is all-powerful. And picture the understanding through the heart-mind that we do not know that we are literally beyond all of this, everything. Planets, stars, bodies, everything. Excuse me, and the way it's designed is that we feel that this is normal for us. This is all of these things that we interact with and everything is just, average run-of-the-mill existence. But yet, do we ever stop asking ourselves who we are? I mean, think about that. Do we ever stop asking ourselves about who we are? Who am I? I'm not this body. I'm not these thoughts. I'm none of these things. Here's where you make a major step into a much higher understanding of everything. Now, understand that we do have this tendency as a civilization to stick to things. In other words, this is the way it's supposed to be. And so we go along with it. But do we ever say to ourselves, this is nothing. This is not who I am. I'm not connected to anything but the God within me. Now, it may seem strange when you hear things that you don't really have not heard before. It seems a little, disconcerting or a little uncomfortable because we have these beliefs that we embed. Are they our beliefs? Are they really our beliefs? Or are they what we've been programmed with since we entered the baby body? Is it something that we've been, programmed to follow? Period. When I say that we are all in basically a holographic matrix, and that we all perform accordingly based upon what has been integrated in everything, how it's been engineered. And when you look at those like Buddha, Lao Tzu, Jesus, Maitreya, Many, Kuan Yin, you start to realize that what is it that we are here for? Seriously, what is it? Why are we here? Is it because we coming and going. We don't have any memories. So our gods are tricked and seduced. And, we come in and we leave, and we come in and we leave, we come in, we leave, we come in, we leave. This is why we are on this journey with the gods within us, because that is where everything is. Our natural state of being is there. Not in this world. Never has been in this world. We choose, now imagine consciously when you are fully aware, completely, your journey continues, because our journey within continues for eternity. And we begin to understand that instead of you, each of us, being the slave, so to speak, we are the masters. And we aren't masters in the perspective of slaves, right? Mastering slaves. No, we're masters of the gods that we are. And we're masters of the ego mind. And the ego mind, we're learning a lot about the ego mind. We don't need to go to university to learn that. In fact, you never would learn that anyway. No matter how many psychiatry courses you would take, no matter how many degrees you would get, you learn from the God within you. That's where the true education is. Yeah, we have arithmetic, we have English, spelling, and geography for basic. We learn those things because we're in these bodies. We learn how to convey vibrational frequencies through voice. We see things, but the ego mind tricks us when we look at things. I mean, this is all weaved in for us seamlessly, where we just kind of go along. But when we are coming to a full understanding that we're the masters, this is why everything is effortless. We've been taught that everything's got to be hard, and you have to put your nose to the grindstone, and you have to bang, bang, scrape, rattle, strive, punch through. Now think about that. Is that the only? Because as we're conditioned through the ego mind, it is the only. It's the way we do it. It's what everything tells us. It's from childhood all the way into full-grown bodies. Well, this is the way it's supposed to be. Then each of us that believe that, that's the way it will be. Without ever really realizing that we are configuring and literally designing, constructing everything, every single thing, as we walk the path in these bodies. We are literally creating every single thing. If you could imagine and picture in your heart mind, you're walking along over a canyon, but there's no bridge. But as you intend the bridge, you create it into reality. It appears right before you in each step that you take. And you have no fear of that not happening because you have mastered of who and what you are. So you know. You don't need anybody to tell you. You don't need to read anything. You know. And the experience is knowing. That's the experience, is actually knowing. So when you know, you begin to create into reality. And as supreme reality and beyond consciousness, some of us have this power, and it is a power, because we're a power created out of pure energy, and the frequency is deep eternal love, gratitude. We were created out of that, the God within these bodies. So when we look around and we understand that it is so crucial in our own way, in our own direction, each and every one of us, our own decision, to understand that when we say, and we get this, all of us at times, is this all there is? Is this all there is? It's usually, maybe you have everything that you think you desire and want, whatever. And you say, and there's something just amiss, it's just not right. And you say to yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, is this all there is? Right? And the reason we do that is that we are separated from gratitude, and we are separated from the love that we are. And we've done this through how we've been programmed, being in these physical bodies and also being tricked outside the body as gods. So you see how important it is that and it's all about you. How many times you've been told, it isn't about you, it's about everybody else? Say. And what is the most important thing? It leads from many of our perspectives through the heart-mind. If we haven't come to the full roundhouse conclusion that we love ourselves, that we have forgiven ourselves, that we are gentle with ourselves, how is it possible that we can be in joy and in happiness and peace outside of ourselves? How can that be? Unless you fool yourself. This is why we have such conflict at times throughout existence on this planet. And in it, and above it, below it, is the reason is that because we don't know what and who we are. We don't know. If we did know, or I should say when we do know, there will not be any ego or conflict. When the ego is not there, all of these emotions, anger, frustration, fear, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of living, fear of ascending, leaving the body. All of these things are from the ego mind. All of it. When you get hurried, stressed, or you feel like, well, I failed, or I'm not doing well at my job, and my relationship's horrible, and it's the ego mind. That is what brings all of these things through the heart mind. The ego mind, and I've said this over and over again, and it bears repeating forever till we completely understand it and are able to master it, is the fact that we have, once we can identify this, you know how many cannot? They aren't aware. This is your ego speaking. This is your ego mind. There's people that collect money, and they've had it for generations, and they have trillions of dollars. And they're always afraid that they one day won't have it. And this is part of us letting go of everything. It's letting go of everything. It's like saying, these are just entertainments for me while I'm in the physical body. It's just entertainment, distraction from who we are. And how often do we get so mucked up with things and so heavy weighted down? It's always the ego mind. It is always the ego mind that weighs us down. Well, I don't have enough of this, I need more of it. I don't have enough of that, I need more of that. And it's never ending. It's the same with happiness. Well, I'll do this and I'll make me happy. Make you happy. When all along, all this has been inside of you. It's your natural state of being is joy, bliss, happiness, and peace. Your natural state of being is wealth, abundance, prosperity. Your natural state of being is peaceful, gentle, kind, generous, and humble. These are your natural states of being because they emanate from the God within us. And this is what we're working on, each of us, is to understand and literally clear the deck from all of the refuse. And we clear the deck and we clear the mind, and we understand through the heart-mind that our natural state of being is being. That's it. It's not doing anything. It's not accomplishing anything. In this matrix, this prefabricated false structure, it is being. What did Buddha do? He just was. He moved himself into a state of just being. He didn't go out and build houses and roads and everything. He just was. The same with Maitreya, the second Buddha. It's the same with everyone who has understood, at least to some extent, of who and what they are. We're taught, just like any slaves have been taught throughout any existence, you do this, 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 you do this. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. Excuse me, all predicated on guilt. The biggest factor for this civilization has been an implementation from day one of guilt. Where does guilt come from? It comes from the ego mind. Ego mind sends the thought to the heart mind, and if the ego mind is the master at that time, it will send that thought to the heart mind. Heart mind will then embrace it, and it will become a reality unknowingly. And that's what happens. Guilt. What suppresses most of the civilization? Guilt. Anger, being guilty. Anger of guilt. Fear, along with the guilt. These are things that we all have experienced. And it is a constant that we work, we do due diligence 24/7 of monitoring and learning all about ourselves, rather than being distracted on everything outside of ourselves. We're all distracted. You know, it is, in a way, it's the end of the structure, but it's just the beginning, on the other hand. See? And I think a lot of us know it's the end of this slave engineered matrix. And that it is just the beginning for us as we ascend into higher and higher frequencies. That's what it's all about anyway. It isn't about the body. The body is part of the experience. And if you don't know who and what you are, then you're like a zombie wandering through life until the body ceases to carry you. That's pretty much it. And the ego wants you to be remembered. Think about this. The ego mind wants you to be remembered for what you were, for what you were in the physical body. Why? It is who and what we are, the gods within the body. We have all the love, all the kindness, all the joy, all the abundance that could ever be possible. Endless, nonstop. And unfortunately, the majority of us never come full circle to embrace that. We don't find out because we're so distracted. We're distracted by things. And that's all they are. Things. Are they real? No. They're just distractions. You notice how quickly you lose interest in something? It's pretty quick. You notice how quickly you lose interest in the main event? This prefabricated, engineered, on purpose, disruptive, disharmonic, low dark matter frequency of a lie of this virus. And it's, again, predicated on what? Fear. That's what it's predicated on. Fear. And what else? Convince the civilization that it is real and that it is going to wipe out the civilization. Convince. And then where's the power? The power is with all of us. So we manifest or create into reality the very thing that we fear. And you really realize that all of us are the master. We intend collectively this virus is nothing more than a version of the cold that we all get, which is also engineered, by the way. So, and you realize that the immune system in these bodies is constantly being suppressed and attacked and diminished so that all of these virals and all of these things can invade it and cause disharmony. Pretty simple. It's a frequency. So when you realize everything, it's called tuning into. Tuning into. Everything that we are is that we are. And it isn't something that we manufacture. It's not something that we get. It's not something that we learn and acquire. It's something that we tune into. It's something that all of this, it is our choice. We tune into things. You know, it's like the old radios. You know, you remember? Some of you? Where you turn the dial and before they had all the more higher technologies and stuff, and you get it, and there it goes. It was the best signal. You come in clear, say, and you tune into it. Like when we had the antennas with our TVs, and everything was, you know, it didn't cost. We didn't have to pay to watch TV, and so we would, you know, go up in the attic, adjust the antenna, or you know, sometime maybe on the roof, but you know, we'd adjust it and get the picture as clear as possible. We're tuning in. We tune into everything. Where do you think wealth, abundance, prosperity come from? Do you think it comes from a bank? Do you think it comes from a financial institution, an inheritance, a lotto? No. You tune into it. And once you tune into it, it is endless. And where are you tuning in? You're tuning into source creation. That's what created us. And deep eternal love, gratitude. You tune into this. See? So if you visualize a radio dial and you're trying to get the best signal possible so you can hear it the clearest as possible, whatever music it is that you wish to listen to. And there's no difference that we tune into these frequencies that are already there and abundant. This is why the universe always has each of our backs, never has failed us, The only thing that happens is that we get so distracted on the superficial of all of these things, and we forget that we already are everything. And it's difficult to adjust to that. It really is, for many, because they think it's just a bunch of poppycock or crap. And it isn't. It is supreme reality, of which we are supreme reality. And when you get to the point where you are beyond consciousness, you're the watcher watching the watchers watch everything. You're the watcher watching the watchers watch everything. That is beyond consciousness. So the more that we, all of us, each in our own way, communicate with the God within us and open up, tune in to the love that we are, to the gratitude that we are, to the peace that we are, to the gentleness that we are, to the generosity, the humbleness, the bliss, the joy, the peace, the tranquility, the benevolence that we are. We tune into these things. They're always there. We don't acquire them. We don't earn them. We don't dig them up. We tune into them. And to embrace the total state of relaxation and to free yourself by doing this from stress. Embrace a state of relaxation instead of stress about your current situation, whatever it may be, financial state, physical state, relationship state. That's exactly absolute. Embrace the state of relaxation. Relax instead of stressing about whatever your current situation is. And the more you relax, guess what? The more you surrender through your current stressful relationship with whatever it may be. People, money, whatever. The more your energy field expands and opens, naturally attracting more whatever into your life. What does relaxation carry for us? A high vibration that instantly shifts us into a receptive state and consequently allows the universe to fill our request for abundance of whatever. But when we are stressed, which just about every one of us are, you automatically shut down your creating into reality channels, repelling that which you want to bring into reality. And vibrationally speaking, what you want to attract literally cannot come into your life because the energy of stress, fear, worry block it. That's it. That's it. It is as simple as that. What you want to attract literally cannot come into your life because the energy of stress, fear, and worry block it. So guess what? Relax. Really relax. And trust that all is going to be well no matter what happens. Do it from the heart mind. Go infinitely deeper and deeper and deeper into this relaxation, allowing the feeling of any burden, whatever it may be, to be lifted from your life forever. Forever. Unless you just enjoy being stressed and in fear and in worry all the time. Or the majority of the time. Sometimes unconsciously. We're not aware of it. really, really good statement. Quote, "The greatest revolution of our generation or of this entire civilization," I will change that, "the greatest revolution of our entire civilization is the discovery that all of us, Homo sapiens, humans, the other humanoids, by changing the inner attitudes of our minds, we can change the outer aspects of our lives." William James. And relaxation is easy to do. It feels so good to do it. Relaxation is your natural state. So it isn't. That's why you feel so discomforted when you're in stress. That's why the body is not natural. It's not a natural thing. Therefore you can effortlessly tap into the part of you that is always relaxed and knows that you are divinely supported. Deep relaxation is something you can look forward to. Do you give this gift to yourself? Can you simply decide to let yourself relax more than ever before? When you take time to sit, meditate, turn your attention into the divine, abundant spiritual essence that you are, you open up your energy field to receiving more abundance from the universe. It's when we relax. Think about it. It's when any of us relax. What do you experience when you truly do relax? And I don't mean through external influences. I mean naturally. Just relaxing. Just sitting. Just being. You know what happens? The ego mind kind of just takes a back seat and dissipates, and you just become free floating. You're not thinking of anything. You're just relaxed. And everything takes on a different perspective. You would look at something before you relax, but when you're relaxed, you look at something, you appreciate it. You're in great gratitude, and you start realizing how grateful you are to be that you are. So this meditation is tuning in. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we want to do, guess what? Relax the body. Relax. Be the God that you are. All of us. And how does that happen? You just are. It's your natural state. Relax. Let all of this crap and garbage that all of us attract, create into reality, let it go. Let it go forever. Isn't it interesting that we have to go somewhere on a vacation to relax? Isn't it? And then some of us, when we go on the vacation, maybe a beach, like anywhere on the planet, we say, oh boy, it's gone so fast, and I'm really not looking forward to going back. How many of us say that? Oh boy, yeah, this was really a short vacation. I know it was a couple of weeks, but it seemed like a few days. You know why? Because it's our natural state of being. And I'm not talking about being lazy. I'm just talking about the fact that it is our natural state of being relaxed. Tuning in to that which is already there eternally. To relax the body. We move into the now. We still the ego mind. The now is all we have. We don't have the past. We've already done the past. We've already been there. Why revisit it? It's dead. It's inert. We have the now. And we don't have a future. We're in the now. And in the now, we create our future. So if in the now you're sitting, worrying, stressing, and fearing, and having guilt, you're going to create a future that's going to contain worry, stress, and fear, and guilt. It's automatic. It is a fact. So in this now, in this very moment we are all in, we are creating our futures. breathe. We want to breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. Breathing is so important. Oxygenates our blood in these bodies. It helps us balance. It helps us de-stress. It helps us relax. It helps us calm. It helps us with many things in this body. Yet, we're so distracted that we don't even and aren't even aware that we're breathing. Most of us shallow breathe. It means that we're barely breathing. Why do you think we have such an oxygen issue with these bodies on this planet? It's because we're taking for granted the very breath that sustains the body. These bodies. There are other bodies that don't require breathing. Not on this planet. But us, in these bodies, we require breathing. So we breath in through the nose. Take a nice, good inhale, breath in. We hold it just briefly for about 3 seconds. We use vibrational frequencies to take up those 3 seconds. I am love, I am light, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. And then we exhale. Breath out through the mouth. And we want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Now, as we breath in, we're breathing in divine positive energy. Where does this come from? It comes from a collective consciousness of this planet Earth, Gaia. It comes from source creation. Pure consciousness of that which created us. We are supreme reality. We are beyond consciousness. Now, it comes in through the God within us, kingdom of God, and it comes through the heart-mind. It does not go through the ego-mind. It comes through the heart-mind. It is a high vibrational frequency. And it communicates with us. Now, if we're conscious, when we're conscious, it is seamless that we pick this up. We tune into it. We tune into the kingdom of God within us. We tune in to the deep eternal love that we all are. We tune in to relaxation. We tune in to abundance, prosperity, wealth. We tune in. We adjust the dial. We tune in. You desire, you want, you tune in. And what are you tuning into? You're tuning in to that of which you are. It emanates from deep within you, in the God that you are. It's not something that you're going to get outside of yourself. It is tuning in to source creation flow, the abundance of the entire universe. It's unending. Now, as we breath out, we're breathing out all of the ego mind's incessant chatter that literally tries to convince us that's not true. You have to go out there and you have to dig for it and scrape for it and climb for it and suffer and stress and go through all of these challenges to get a drop of it. That's the ego mind, by the way. Okay? But as long as you know that, you're not tuning into the ego mind. You're tuning into the heart mind. You're tuning into the God that you are. You're tuning into relaxation. We operate from the heart mind. It oversees the ego mind. We are the kingdom of God. We are the God. We always have been. That does not ever change. We were created out of deep eternal love and gratitude, source creation, pure consciousness. And we have many with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of them. This is civilization that vibrates at a higher frequency, just like we're doing right now. And the higher our frequency goes up, the clearer they will become to us. We'll see them like we see each other. That's not far off. There's trillions of them. They can inhabit space, many, a small space, because of their frequency. We see them visually at times as they appear in different humanoid form. We feel them, we sense them. They've been with us since the beginning. And they are of the highest and deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and gratitudes. They couldn't be here if they weren't. And the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Buddha, El Morya, Abundantia, Thoth, Pel, many, many, many more. They have ascended out of body. They hold God form. That's what we are. When we leave these bodies, we're God form. God's made up of spirit, soul, all of it. And we have ascended into bodies, so our gods are in the body, and we are in the body to experience. Just like they've been in the body and experience, and then the God you experience as well as God form. It's just a different experience. Being is experiencing. They've been with us for a very long time. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the deepest of gratitudes. So we're all together, vibrating this high frequency, shifting and changing. All that there is on this planet, above it, below it, inside, and on. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form a circle of light, a halo, a ring around the equator. And as we do this, we emit brilliant light. You don't see us, you just see the light. And the light grays out the darkness of space. It is omnipotently powerful. It is the highest of high frequencies. And that vibrational frequency creates the light, which is you cannot view it from your human Homo sapien eyes. It will burn the eyes. It'll burn the eyes right out of the socket. It is such a high vibrational frequency. And when we do this, we encase the planet and all around, above and below, all of us, all of the solar system and beyond, in a gossamer frequency of reflective light particles in brilliant colors. Emerald green, flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael to remind us of our healing power. The violet, blue, purple, flaming light of Archangel Michael to remind us of the power that we are of strength and resolve. The purple transmuting flame to remind us that we have the power to transmute all lower frequencies into neutral light substance, making them inert, harmless, sending them back to source creation. The violet ray, we have the power to bring the violet ray and cleanse the area of where the low frequencies were. The white fire to remind us that we are very well protected because it is the armor of the highest frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. We're like a ball of light. Brilliant. And the golden white pink light of source creation, of that which created Mother, Father, God, the masculine and the feminine, prime source creator God, source creation, pure consciousness. We are supreme reality beyond consciousness, and we will discover this. See, the only way, that we are not protected, it's only by our choice. That if we lower long enough in the lower frequencies, we will open the front doors and invite them all in. So therefore, we are eternally protected unless we choose otherwise. And as we levitate above the planet, we step outside the body. Pretty simple. We step outside, we float above it, and we're literally saturated, flooded by source creation, deep eternal love, and gratitude, and peace, and joy of that which we are. We tune in. As we do this, we call out to all the light energy beings that are in all there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those that are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, generosity, kindness, gentleness, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence, and they come in the gugaplexus. One gugaplex fills this entire universe. Get a picture of the universe, visualize it to your heart mind to realize what that is. And they come in the trillions of gugaplexes from trillions of universes. Arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. And we're all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, many, many, many civilizations, and only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, generosity, kindness, gentleness, humbleness. Bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come into billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the galactics, off-worlders, many, many, many civilizations. I'll just name a few. Arcturians, Dromedans, Leidians, Syrians, many, many, many more. Only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and eternal gratitude can join us this meditation, this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, generosity, kindness, gentleness, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in the billions. They have assisted us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they are with us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, generosity, humbleness, kindness, gentleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and eternal love. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth Gaia, in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. And just to name a few, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, generosity, kindness, gentleness, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the trillions. Shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude and eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude and eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God-light energy is in all that there is, all that there ever has been, all that there ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Lifts the very fabric of creation, continually lifting up, increasing vibrational frequencies across all existence. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We created this sphere over 2 years ago. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meditations, all flowing, never dissipating, always increasing. This sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. You feel it as it floods you. It floods us always, eternally. head to toe, inside and out, saturating our bodies and our God. Non-stop. We tune in to its very essence. We tune in to source creation. We tune in to the abundance that we are. We tune in to the joy, the happiness, the bliss, the peace, the tranquility, the benevolence, the gentleness, the kindness, the generosity and humbleness, the wealth, the prosperity, the abundance. We tune in to that which is, always has been, always will be, ever beyond and forever. Feel the vibrational frequency, experience it. It is your natural state of being. We look down upon this planet Earth, Gaia. We see all of our brothers and sisters. We feel them. All of them. On, in, above and below this planet Earth, Gaia. They too are being flooded non-stop, eternally, so that they become awakened. And they begin to tune in to the true God that they are, to the abundance that they are, to the flow of everything, to relaxation, to peace, to beingness. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. practice tuning in. We've all been taught to do the opposite. But we realize that it has been always eternally there, and we just tune into it. And we do that by relaxing and really moving into relaxation and letting go of the stress, the fear, and anxieties. There's just no reason for it. And we tune those out, and we tune in to our natural state of being, the bliss, the joy, the peace, the abundance, the prosperity, and the happiness. And I know it seems maybe to some a little strange, but we do that one thing, and everything that we have been literally grasping for, we'll no longer need to grasp for it. It'll be. We have a TFCC tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line, and we will be back here on February 27th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, Thursday.